I'm at Bronte Creek Provincial Park today. I love it here. It's one of the places that I came to often in childhood, and there are animals, and it's a huge old farm, big property, and it's turned into a provincial park. I don't know if there's going to be any animals today. I'm hoping there will be, but it's winter and it's very cold today. It is so cold today. Very cold. I'm hoping to come away with just one image. I'm not sure what is around. But like I said, it's an old farm, so there's some interesting views and some nice textures and so on. I'm looking at a little tiny outbuilding right here, and the gate is falling over, and I'm wondering if it might make a good image. Might as well try, right? Even with 2 pairs of good gloves on, I am freezing today. So that was my 70 to 300 at about 70 millimeters and f8, 1/500th of a second. We'll see how that turns out. Oh, I'm on ISO 400 because that was handheld. I love the details in the farm buildings. They're really cool. I see some red doors and other things. Let's go see. They're very cool. I'm going to change my lens to a wide angle. I need a faster lens. It's very dark in here. I'll show you how dark it is in here. I have to put my ISO up like really high, and it's still not fast enough. It's very dark. There's birds in here. There's goats. There's baby goats. It's cool. So I'll just show you. That was pretty cool. I was just about done taking pictures when people came in. I think the goats are going to be fed, and they're very happy about that. So now I'm just hiding underneath one of these little overhangs on the barn, and it's beautiful. I was taking pictures of the inside of the goat barn where the door, I love the Dutch door, the top half and the bottom half that open separately, and I love the light coming in there. It's also rustic and so beautiful. And there's a really old light bulb in the ceiling with cobwebs and everything. Yeah, it's really a beautiful place to spend the day. Now, if you haven't seen it already, there is somebody who has done an American barn series, and that's Garrick, and it's one of the first of his series that it's one of the first of his series. He went out and he did some amazing pictures with American barns, so I highly recommend it. I'm going to move on and see what else I can capture. I love, okay, one of the things that I really love is just the rustic, like old wood and bricks and just the weathered, textured look. So I'm at my wide angle and I'm going to just wander around and see what might look good. I just love it all. So I'm back to ISO 100 since I'm out and I have my tripod, and I'm just playing around with this window behind me and the really weathered wall along it. And I really like too the beams on the ceiling that are all rustic and weathered as well. So ISO 100 f13 and 1/15 of a second, and I have the 16-35 on. I am definitely at 16 millimeters because I'm very close to the wall to get the composition that I want, and it's a very wide scene, so I need a very wide angle. In fact, 16 may not be enough, but we're gonna try. Gonna take some pictures of the different buildings around. It's cold. But yeah, not too many of them are open. They've got locks on them, and usually in the summertime, I know this one has some chickens and a peacock and bunnies are around and pigs, that kind of thing, but in the winter not so much. So I have this cute little building here with chicken wire and the coop outside and a bike rack. Wide angle, we'll see. And then the red building behind me with the equipment outside, very cool. And then we have a really old tractor that has been preserved, and the kids love to climb on it. All kids of all ages, they climb on that. Every single time there's people here, I have seen kids on that tractor. So I'm gonna take a picture of that tractor. beautiful. When you're taking images of buildings or anything with angles, pay close attention to your level and to the straightness and the evenness of the lines in the image, because it can really make a difference. It can make or break your image. So for the red barn in front of me, I'm trying to get the fence posts as kind of a foreground and then the barn in the background. I am having to definitely do bracketing. So I'm taking some pictures that are underexposed to be able to get the sky properly, some that are regular exposure like normal, and then some that are overexposed, quite a bit overexposed, because this is a very HDR situation. The barn itself is looking very black, and that's just because it's in shadow. So I've got 3 images there, and ISO 100 f13, and I am going to blend those together afterwards. We'll see if it works. The sun is out. It's extremely bright, and I'm trying to get an image of this tractor. I'm having a bit of a challenge. Now there's 2 things, so I'd love to show you. One, the usual side profile of the tractor is the shot that everybody has. Now I still like it, so I still took it. But I would like to also take an image with my 16mm lens right in front of the tractor and get just a different angle here. So that's fine, except when I first put my camera on a vertical and I lined it up, I thought, okay, yeah, that looks all right. But you have to be careful. There is a steering wheel, and it's kind of a thin black metal steering wheel, and there's also wood fencing behind. Now, at the first angle that I lined it up, it was all in the image. However, the steering wheel was lined up with the fence, which means that when I look at that, it's not going to stand out as much as I want it to. So the solution is just to raise up my camera a little bit. So now the steering wheel is against the snow. So it's just things to look out for when you're taking an image. Look for those details. Make sure that your main subject is not blending into anything in the background unless you want it to. The other issue that I have is because the sun is out now, my shadow is in the picture. I may not be able to fix that from this angle perfectly. However, I am going to try to put it on the 10-second timer and get out of the picture. And that way I may only have to fix up my camera's shadow and my tripod shadow, which is a lot easier than trying to fix up my whole body shadow in the image. So I'm back to handheld and walking back to my car because it is cold. Did I mention that before? It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I love the blue sky. It's perfect. It might be very cold, but it is a beautiful, beautiful day. Thanks for coming along, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.